Proceed.
Good evening, everyone. We are back today. Tonight is Call of Duty, Esports versus Dunwoody Hawks. I'm Griffin, all here with Dragon. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing really good. I'm really excited for tonight. Given like Call of Duty is an awesome game, we've been casting it for a while. We've had a great run so far.
Absolutely.
So you've heard me rant probably after every previous stream, but I always like learning about what schools we're facing up against, kind of diving into some lore about them. Dunwoody so far is the most wholesome. Founded in 1914 by William Pudding, his wife Kate Dunwoody. They left $3 million in their will to Minneapolis saying build a school.
That's awesome.
So it was built as part of a last will and testament. And then in 1917 trained 8,000 nurses for World War One.
That is very wholesome and very impressive.
It is. It's lovely.
We'll see if maybe that backstory somehow leads into Dunwoody's gameplay tonight. But we are going to move on to the standings here.
It's going to have to help them. Look at that.
Yeah, unfortunately, they are going 2-4 this season. Not too great. That does mean there's a chance we'll have an advantage here, going 5-1 second in the standings. It's looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4 team gap between Fuel and Dunwoody. But going over to our players, we can see who's going to be going up tonight in regards. You know him, you love him. We got O'Davy, double Manny, Suspicious Sus, and the one, the only, the famous Bonk, leading the team tonight.
Yeah, absolutely amazing team comp. As you can see them here, you know, they're getting their practice in, they're warming up. Hopefully they're gonna have a really good game tonight.
Yeah, because there's something new about tonight.
Yeah, we actually have a very interesting map lineup.
Yeah. If you've tuned into previous COD streams, you know it's usually been Protocol and Hacienda. We
Mhm.
do have one familiar, two familiar, being Skyline and Hacienda. We've seen Vault once, but two new maps are coming to the field tonight. Dealership for Map 2, Search and Destroy, and then the potential Game 5 decider, Red Card, Search and Destroy.
Yeah, it's really weird not seeing a protocol here.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that personally.
I don't know either, but maybe there's been some practice off camera that we just haven't seen. Maybe they've locked in a new favorite map.
Let them cook. They got it. They're thinking of
Absolutely,
something.
absolutely. We do see that that dealership there, that middle section is absolutely killer. Uh,
No pun intended there either.
very fun map though. And of course, Skyline is the starter right off the bat there.
Yeah, with Hardpoint, and it's your classic start. We've seen it before. We know how it operates. You got to control that hot tub. If you don't, you're not gonna have a good time, especially that kitchen and bathroom section for that other secondary hardpoint.
Yep.
The moment you can secure those corners, it's almost said and done on who can control the pace of that game, and then also that second floor office where you can basically do parkour off that piano to get to that segment.
Absolutely.
It's going to be fun to see what Dunwoody brings to the table and what Fuel Esports brings to the table because, you know, there was also the reading break where we didn't even have COD streaming on reading break. It was CS. So COD had a whole week of rest and probably even some practice.
Oh,
So
definitely.
maybe through that break, there was a change, and that's why we don't see Protocol tonight.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they got in some practice a whole week. You know, that's a lot of time to get in some new picks and whatnot. And again, with the maps, right? Like finding a new map, maybe they realized they were, overdoing protocol a little bit, so they're trying to spice it up.
Yeah, maybe they just decided to backburner Protocol for this week just to even try something new. Maybe they've been practicing.
Yeah. Um, but that's all for our little intro here.
Yeah.
We're gonna cut to the break, and we'll be back in just a little bit. Stay tuned.
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. We got game one. It is party time. Skyline, Hardpoint, Fuel Esports versus Dunwoody Hawks. It's going to be a fun one.
It absolutely is. Skyline being the opening map, right? This map is very chaotic. It's a lot of open space, a lot of points that have almost no cover. This is that sort of arcade map that's really going to push both teams past their limits, and this might be a bigger decider than we thought.
And we're going to see here, as we can see already on the side, they're both going for this hot tub Hardpoint. Sus and Bonk making for the assault. Already first blood goes to Manny with fuel, with Dunwoody taking the first section, but already a good clear onto Sus, taking out two, already putting points on the board for Fuel. Turbo, though, manages to get that blast out to take out Sus to secure that point, and now points going on for the side of Dunwoody. Bonk holding the high ground, goes in. It's now in the neutral zone.
We do have a very tricky immediate hard point. It is in Dunwoody's hands at the moment. We have Turbo coming up. He does get finished off there.
It could have been Turbo.
It could have been Turbo.
Oh, but Turbo getting a double kill onto Davey and Sus, but Bonk taking back to spawn, but someone else taking out Bonk. And the point still going into Dunwoody's hands, but back in the neutral zone, going towards that office point now. It's going to be a heavy bloodbath to secure this point.
Absolutely. Again, very chaotic map. We can already see kills are flying left and right. The point is up in the office. It is in Fuel's hands. Will they keep it for long, though? That's the question. We saw that there was a pretty big wipe here. Dunwoody is trying to get a foothold into this site, but they are just being wiped out here.
Well, Quixie manages to get a really good kill onto Sus. O'Davy gets a kill. Quixie gets a kill on O'Davy, putting that point into Dunwoody's hands. But it's contested with Manny getting kill on the elevator and jumping back down. Manny goes up with the support, but Quixie gets another kill. It's back into Fuel's hands. They are only just a couple points away from tying it up to put this into Fuel's advantage. It's now tied, and now we are in the lead by 2 and increasing.
And as we saw from the last game, the objectives are going to be incredibly important here. It's not all about kills, especially on a game mode like Hardpoint. It's going to be about taking the objective and making sure you rack up those points.
This whole game mode is play the objective. You play the objective, you rush the point, you try to get as many tickets as you can in the amount of time that you can, because there's 4 minutes and 24 seconds on the clock, but that's paused as long as there's a foot on the point for either team. All you got to do is make sure you get to 250 first.
Absolutely. And we see that the Fuel is on the rise to that objective there. We are at 71. Dunwoody does take it back, though, for a little bit. They got a lot of pressure. You can see on the map there that they have a lot of pressure on that right side. And Fuel's actually going to try to contest this. They're going to try to go up onto that vertical. And they do manage to take out one. But they do not get a lock on the objective. They seem to just be trying to get the new objective as it switches over. But nobody's on it.
Well, you already see Sus going into secure to start getting the points on the board for the side of Fuel Esports. Dunwoody needs to get the assault now. A casualty goes down. Someone takes out Davey. Varsity comes out and takes it and takes out Bonk. Goes in and shreds it, and now it's back in neutral as it does get cleared out by Manny, who gets a really good kill, but does get flanked out by Krusty.
We do see Manny throwing a lot of grenades there, so the ADS will come out onto the site. It is in Dunwoody's hands, and they are coming back up. We might have another really back and forth game, like at the start of the season here.
And honestly, with the back and forth is what you want, because that means you know both these teams know exactly what we're going for. Turbo takes out Davey, Manny takes out Turbo, someone takes out Manny, Turbo takes out Manny, and it's just back and forth, and I'm shooting bars like these guys are shooting guns. Let's keep it going.
Absolutely, and that's the hype we want to see, right? Especially with these teams, right? If they're matching that skill level, we get a lot of back and forth, a lot of intensity, which makes the games so much better.
And it just proves the skill already, and you can see there Sus takes out Quick, Davey takes out back to spawn, Manny takes out Quixie, Turbo takes out Bonk, and it is absolutely a back and forth. And yeah, we're going to be like a broken record just to say right here, right now, these are the games you want to see.
Absolutely. This is where the fun comes in. This is where those intense moments
begins.
Come in, right? At the end of the day, we might be going 230, 230. And that's that kind of, that stress, that hype that builds up that we love to see.
Like, look at that point difference, even that, like, 107 to 99. Now we're at the neutral zone. It's now going to be put into Fuel's hands, and it's just falling back. It's almost a 7-point difference at most between these two teams as the point changes sides.
And again, that hot tub zone is really tricky to control here, but we do see Dunwoody is they're jumping on that office objective already. That elevator is a big playing point because you can bait people by jumping in and off, tricking their ears.
Kind of like what's going on here. Like,
yeah,
back to spawn. It doesn't work out to his favor as Manny does manage to take him out. But what were they doing?
I'm not sure. Playing around that elevator is very tricky from both perspectives. Unfortunately, we do see Sus gets taken out there. But the objective is still in Dunwoody's hands. They are holding this this objective very tightly. We might see some preferences towards the objective here, like on the on that bathroom objective there.
And it seems like Fuel Esports might just need to fall back off of this objective and just start banking towards getting onto this next hard point that's just going to unlock just about now. And already you can see Davey is on that point, getting points on the board for Fuel, and gets taken out on a dirty angle by Turbo, and another one onto Sus.
That's another layer of depth to this game mode, is that you get a preview. And that preview can lead to a lot of interaction, because it's like, do you go for it, or do you stay on this point? Do you really need those few extra points, or do you try to get a foothold? Do you try to lock it down?
Those few extra points can become very, very vital, and it's a 50-50 play. It's a huge thing on just risk analysis. But when
Absolutely.
it comes to it, you want to try and get those extra points because you can see it's currently contested back into Dunwoody's hands. But the tie was 141 to like 145, and now that increase is going back into Dunwoody's hands. It's a close match.
hmm Yeah, 160 to 141 so far. The point is in neutral for a second. We bring it over to Dunwoody here. And for the players, we have some decent KDs too. We see O'Davies going 25 and 18, doing absolutely amazing. And we can see that their KDs are sort of matched on either side, which again, that balance of skill.
Yeah, like 23-20, 19-19, nice and even, 21-16, 13-19, 15-23, 26-18, 16-16, and 17-20, 18-20, 19-20. Double Manny bringing in the name. Nice double kill.
Love to see double kills here. That's what our team is all about, especially when it means we win.
Hey, you got to get those 2-for-1s.
Absolutely.
Especially, you know, like 2-for-1 deals. It's just like that.
Oh, now I'm hungry.
Oh, me too.
The point is in Fuel's hands here. Up to 169 and 169. Again, just the pure balance, real back and forth. We're sort of coming to a close here, though. We have still 3 minutes left, but of course that clock doesn't go down unless somebody is on point. Speaking of the point is back onto that that hot tub. Very, very tricky to hold because, again, you have so much vertical. You have like 7 different angles that people are able to come from. It's really difficult to be holding.
Double
Again,
Davey bringing in.
Davey.
Cruise missile.
It only gets sus, though.
Rip.
Unfortunately. Yeah, not doing too hot.
Back to spawn, taking out Bonk. Manny takes out back to spawn. However, the point has been locked down in Fuel's hands until now. Manny on a killing spree of 5, but gets denied and taken out by Quixie. O'Davy takes out Quixie, avenging. It's now 180. That point is in Dunwoody's hands just for those final couple of seconds. It's not going to be enough to tie it as it's now going to the office, but already Fuel is there, ready to hold it. They are almost at the 85% mark, 97, 98, 99, 200. They only need 50 more points to close out game 1.
We'll see what the next objective is, 'cause that's a big deciding point. Is you can hold one objective for so long, but once it switches, it's a question of are the enemies already on that new point or not?
And that's where Dunwoody is now in the hot seat. This is exactly what they got to do if they want to try and stay into this. They need to find out when that next point is starting. They have to rush to it. However, they also need to clear off the people on this active point because the tickets are going to increase.
Yeah.
Luckily, now it is in Dunwoody's hands at 191, but it just got swapped over now back into Fuel's hands for those final minutes. But you already see Dunwoody is getting ready to secure this point.
That's going to be just about 50 points for Dunwoody if they can hold down this objective for as long as they need to. Only 50 seconds left on that hard point. We do see Fuel is coming around. Unfortunately, Manny does get taken out alongside Turbo and Quixie there. And the point is in Fuel's hands. Only 10 points left on the clock.
And now it's contested. They're holding it. Bonk gets taken out. That kitchen's now secured. Turbo takes out 2. Double Turbo taking out Bonk. Manny triple Turbo taking out Sus. Quadra Turbo taking out O'Davy.
That quadruple kill might put Fuel at a huge disadvantage here, as the point still has 10 seconds left. We're coming to a really close game here. Although you do see Fuel is on that next point, and that Turbo is going to try to also take a lead onto it, but he does get 1 pick off. He gets 2 picks off, and Dunwoody is now on the objective. Fuel needs to take back this point here.
They have to now. It's right, 44, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's game 1 going to Fuel Esports in a very, very close game 1. 239 to 250. An 11-point difference.
Yeah, that was so close. Again, talking about very start of the match, it's about balance, and that you can see how well each team matched their sort of energy here, and you can see the players celebrating too.
That is absolutely insane. And Dunwoody just proved where they're on in the standings right now don't matter. That
Absolutely.
is not a seventh place standing play.
Yeah, easily.
But now we get to see a new map for game two.
We're on to dealership.
Search and destroy.
A new map for this season. It's a curious pick.
I'm curious as to who picked it though.
That's true. It honestly, just because there is Hacienda Skyline in Vault, I kind of would assume that this is not Fuel's pick.
So you're gonna take a bet that this was Dunwoody's pick?
Yeah,
I'll go with you on that.
I think Proto might have been overused a little too much, and they realized that they had a sort of advantage. But
Do you think they got too comfortable in Proto?
I think so. I think that overconfidence is never an amazing thing to have.
It's a
You wanna
double-edged sword because like you
absolutely,
obviously want to have confidence. You really
absolutely.
do. But if you have too much of it, it can become your downfall. Hubris is a wonderful thing.
Absolutely. Like as we saw last night's stream, you know, there was only 3 players on the enemy team, but
Yeah, for
it's
R6.
it's about that confidence, right? They realized we can do this. We can push through. And so
They won even with a two-man deficit.
just because Fuel probably got, a little bit into their hubris, and they ended up relaxing a little too much.
But we're going to have to see after the break going into game two how the different pace is going to be, especially on a new map, new for our eyes, probably not new for Fuel,
Probably not.
but for game two, dealership, search and destroy. Stay tuned.
And welcome back from Reading Week. Let's talk about what's coming up soon. Welcome back, everyone. We hope you enjoyed Thanksgiving, and we hope you had a good week off. Now that we're back, the fuel station will return to normal hours of 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. from Monday to Friday, and 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. We're also back with more events, including our Monday night game night for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and Melee, which took place last night. We hope you all enjoyed. We'll be back again with another one in 2 weeks. We also recently announced our upcoming charity LAN, the Battle of the Forest City, in partnership with Western Esports and Gaming Association. This event will take place on November 8th in support of Extra Life, a division of the Children's Miracle Network. You can donate to us at fsu.ca/extralife. It may have been Reading Week, but we still had matches going on, including a local matchup between 2 of Fuel Esports EAFC players, as Matthew Manapat would take a 2-0 win over Ahmed Abarakia in ECAC competition. To see all of our daily score updates, you can follow us at Fanshawe Fuel. And if you don't ever want to miss a stream, you can follow us at twitch.tv/FanshawFuel or find us on Riders TV on channel 13. As for upcoming events, we'll be back next Monday on October 27th for another chess game night. Join us in Four-Wall Hall at 6 p.m. for friendlies as the bracket begins at 7. That's all for this week. Welcome back from Reading Week, and good luck on your midterms. We'll be back next Tuesday for another weekly update.
And welcome back. Welcome back. Here we are. It is dealership. Search and destroy is our game mode. Dunwoody on the attack. Fuel Esports on defense. Already we can see Dunwoody going for a B plant. Grenades are going out. Not a single tag. Already some exchanges of fire from back to spawn, trying to take out Bonk, but doesn't go through. Manny does get grazed and stunned. Gonna try and hold this position. Currently, Sus getting first blood onto Quixie, making a really good advantage for the side of Fuel. Bahoda holding that point, sees the tracers from Sus, doesn't get a shot out. Turbo does get tagged out. Fire from Manny does get tagged, and it's just a lot of tag after tag. Turbo takes out Sus, Bonk takes out Turbo. Back to spawn, takes out Bonk, making it a 1v2 situation. O'Davy and Manny versus back to spawn. It's gonna come down, and O'Davy gets the kill, and courtesy of Activision being how it is, round 1 of Search and Destroy was to just, wait until the time runs out. So we're going to get a nice victory pose from our surviving members, O'Davy and Manny. Smile for the camera, boys. Smile for the camera. Just smile and wave. Just smile and wave. You can see on the player cams, they're all looking pretty content. That puts a point on the board for Fuel. Really good start. Just 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Game 1, round 1, going to Fuel Esports. Already proving that this type of attack and defending strategy will go fairly well for both sides, but Dunwoody will need to be a little bit more aggressive to clear this out. On the replays there, you see O'Davy had some strong angles. Now with Dunwoody, with Fuel Esports on the attack, Dunwoody on the defense. Grenades are flying, and it is going to be hectic. What are you thinking, Griffin? How do you think round two is going to go? We already put a point on the board.
I think it's going to be a very curious round. Search and Destroy is going to kind of switch it up from that hard point gameplay, right? That or Control. It's less about the arcade, run and gun, and more about
kind of like that.
Yeah. It's more about picking fights when you absolutely need to, and really being more strategic about everything, especially in a game mode like right here.
Yeah, well, luckily, Fuel Esports managed to put 1 point on the board already. So this is, with it being round 2, already down to casualty. Sus for the side of Fuel Esports. All the way down to O'Davy, Manny, and Bonk, still with a full roster of Dunwoody. It's a very slow pace. Dunwoody is being very slow on defense. Bonhuda managed to take out O'Davy. Bonk manages to take out Quixie, but the time is ticking, and Fuel needs to plant now.
Only 20 seconds left on the clock, and what is it? It's about 7 seconds where you cannot plant.
Yep, and it seems Fuel. And then overall, if you don't have if there's less than 7 seconds, there's no point. But Turbo manages to get the final kill, putting a point on the board for Dunwoody, and I think it's gonna be just like Hardpoint. It's gonna be back to back, neck and neck.
Absolutely.
And we're in for a fight. We're in for a game.
It really depends on the communication abilities of these teams too. Again, like, their skill is so well matched. It's really hard to tell, especially because we're not hearing their comms. But we can only assume.
I wish we could.
I know. How amazing that would be. We do see Fuel get right. Sorry, Dunwoody gets right on that objective, trying to go for that instantaneous plant.
Manny, Turbo Bonk. Just the refrags back and forth.
We do see a 1v2 here. Bomb is dropped on site.
You don't want that. You don't want the bomb to be dropped right on site. Because now they can literally just watch it like vultures. Or they just slide right into O'Davy like a crazy guy who slides into your DMs on a Craigslist and absolutely shuts them out.
Oh, I know all about that. O'Davy just waiting around the corner.
That's why I use Amazon, not Craigslist.
We can see here that you were pointing out, obviously, you don't want the bomb to be dropped onto site.
No, you don't.
Because once the defenders know where the bomb is, they can just do exactly what we saw O'Davy here do. It literally just wait around the corner, right? If they know where you need to be, then they have an unbelievable advantage on you.
Yeah, exactly, because the defending team can see when the bomb's been dropped, and that's a risk, because if it's dropped in a very advantageous position for you, just sit yourself up in a pretty angle and just wait. Yeah. Someone's going to walk through there.
Yeah, that's all you need to do.
Exchanges of fire are going out. Manny gets the stun and the flank. But O'Davy takes out Quixie. Turbo takes out O'Davy. Sus takes out back to spawn. Turbo takes out Bonk. Manny takes out Turbo. And we're now back to a 2v1 again.
Oh boy. We do see Sus picks up the bomb here. He is going to get a plant down on B. So now it is up to Bahuda, but he does not make it.
Nope.
Which means another point in the bag for Fuel Esports here.
A nice, comfortable 2-point lead now. Manny getting that final kill. Just waiting patiently once again. It's the patience, and it's working out.
Absolutely.
Manny really driving that main character energy right now.
As a Siege player, I understand it, right? You just hold your angles, take your time. If you're on defense, you can play time like no tomorrow. And
as a Battlefield player, hold that angle.
Exactly. It's all about control, ironically, in Search and Destroy. We do see start to the match. Back to spawn has the bomb. Bahuda does get picked off, and they get a trade onto Manny. It's down to a 3v3. Back to spawn has the bomb. They are seemingly trying to get a plant onto B here, but he's going to take his time, get to his picks. And just like that, it's down to a 1v3 already. Quixie goes down, meaning he is the last member, and that's a 4th point for Fuel Esports.
And just how fast that round ended just as fast as it started.
That was a very fast round for Search and Destroy. That was insanely fast. But that's that
new record.
That's that momentum we like to see, right? We want to see Fuel taking their paces properly and taking advantage when they need to.
Exactly.
Just like there, they realized they got to pick off. There were only 2 people left, so they all dive bombed the last couple.
I'm really loving the patience that Fuel Esports has. They are playing very, very patient, but not snail's pace.
Yep.
However, Bahuda does get first one to O'Davy, but Bonk refrags taking out Bahuda.
Yep.
And now Manny going for that rush flank. The screen is shaking like crazy. But that's probably just shader issues, courtesy of Activision. Back to spawn, trying to go for a flank. Is it going to be enough? As you can see, they're going for a pincer move. Manny deciding to play some Among Us and go venting. Might work, we'll see. Back to spawn, throws a stun out. Another stun goes out. They're trying to just flush out bonks. Is it going to be enough? Luckily, Christie was there to get the reflag. Exchange of fire goes out. Quixie gets tagged. And that's
Quixie
everybody.
Does get another pick off, and he does manage to get the defuse. Unfortunately, that means we are going 2-4 on the scoreboard there. You can see the Sus fan cam. Absolutely fantastic.
And you can tell like they're not too upset about that. That's more of a okay, like we messed up. Let's not do that again.
Yeah. Because Fuel understands now that, right, the opposing team still needs double the amount of points that they do, which puts them at a pretty big advantage.
Double +2. Like, they still need to tie it to 4 and then get 2 more.
Yep.
It's still a lot of game to go, even though we're only 4-2.
Yep.
Let's see how this goes. Back to spawn has the bomb. They're going through the central area of the dealership. Bonk takes that office, sees 2, and just decides, nope.
And see, that's what it's all about, right? It's about that intelligence and understanding, like, what you need to take, what you need to not take, especially in a situation like that. If you peek 2 people, you are going to die.
Exactly. Like, you put 1 gun in, you put 1 gun out, you put 1 gun in, then you shoot it all about.
Fuel Esports, we have fun here.
Oh, yeah, we do. Still not a single exchange of fire yet. Everybody's waiting.
Very slow compared to what we have seen. We do see a couple kills go out by Manny. He does get a trade-off. Turbo does kill Manny. And we also see Quixie die, meaning it is a 2v3 here. Bomb does go down right about the center of the map there.
It's all down to Turbo.
Yep. Once again, he seems to be consistently the very last person.
And O'Davy gets the shred. Taking out Turbo.
Nice.
And now Fuel is on match point for game 2.
Yep.
Which if they win this, that means Dunwoody goes into the hot seat.
Yep. And I mean they're kind of already on the hot seat, right? We're going 2-5. It's match point again, and Yeah, we'll see. I believe Dunwoody is on the defending side this time around, so they might have a little bit of an advantage. Again, with holding those corners and knowing where your opponent needs to go. We do see a pre-fire come out from O'Davy. He's expecting someone to be holding that angle. We got 4 kills right off the bat, and it is already a 3v1. Manny has the bomb, but he is the last alive, meaning he will have nobody to cover him. He does get 1. You will have nobody to cover him if he does try to go for a plant here, but he's going to try to go around to the other side of the map. You can see on the mini-map there that Dunwoody is hunting him, making sure that he cannot get around them and be sneaky.
We're going to see what happens. Manny is just going for it. He's going to take the long way around, making his way downtown, heading for A point. Goes for the plant. While
they don't hear it.
They can't hear it. They're also way too far, and they are looking the wrong direction. Now you can see them scrambling like vultures to a corpse to get to that A point. But Manny now has an opportunity to start getting a nice angle.
And we can see some smarts coming out from Dunwoody as they both group together because they know that if they both swing him at the same time. Oh, but Manny has an insane angle here. Oh, he gets a tag off, but he does not get the kill. Bahuda is tagged. He goes back onto the defuse. He's not able to peek it because of the bomb.
He gets it! Manny gets
Bahuda.
1.
And with 9 seconds left on the clock,
there's not enough time.
He knows
there's
he has
not
to
enough
play
time.
And just like that, that is another point for Fuel Esports, meaning they have won map 2.
And Manny got credit for the kill. Double Manny closing it out with the bomb kill.
That was an absolutely beautiful play from Manny there. He realized, right, there was only 10 seconds left on the clock. He just needed to dance around.
Literally, he just had to dance around and just bleed out the time.
Yeah. And you know what? It worked wonderfully for him.
It worked. See, you get that kill, bleeds out. The moment it got under 7 seconds, that was closed out. And now Dunwoody is in the hot seat going into control. And the map is Vault, if I remember correctly. No,
yes.
Hacienda.
Right.
Hacienda. Vault's game 4. If we get to game 4. But it's Hacienda for control, which is going to be new. We haven't seen Hacienda control. We've only seen Hacienda S&D or Hardpoint.
Yeah, Hacienda is going to be a really interesting one for control specifically. Because again, with those,
could I be wrong? I think we've
points.
seen Hacienda control. My brain is
No,
very
I think you're right.
that.
I think we've only done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've okay, yeah.
So it's going to be a fresh take, especially with dealership, right? Like that initial game, really showing where the team's strengths lie at, and it's going to be interesting. I'm hoping for Fuel to take another victory on Hasi here, just because they did have that sort of advantage on Hardpoint, and it is that same structure of a game mode.
Right, but the only difference is it's going to be 2 solidified points and 30 lives.
Yeah. Attack
and defense. Control, like I said in previous streams with, even though they're on Prody, Control is a very defender-oriented map. You're more likely to win if you start defender.
Definitely.
But we're going to kind of have to see what happens as we go into that game 3 as we just kind of prepare and get ready. But I want to just kind of hear from your opinion. Like, what does Dunwoody have to do?
I'm honestly not entirely sure here. I think, like, it's not even an issue of pacing.
I don't think it's a pacing or even a skill issue.
It's not up to chance. It could be up to utility too. We do see Manny throwing out a lot of grenades here, although Dunwoody has been using a lot of utility, so maybe it is up to chance.
Maybe it's a flip of the coin. I don't have one on me, so I can't flip one. But I'm really curious to see how Game 3 is going to go. But before that, got to take a little bit of a break. Let the teams get ready, and we'll see you for Game 3, Series Point, Fuel Esports versus Dunwoody Hawks. Stay tuned.
Just can't get enough. Pull me out the dust, then you take me higher. This that love that don't expire, no. I got that under no green when I can fly with you. These lights are falling down on us right now, and you're still shining bright. I would risk it all, 'cause you're my fireball. You won't have to cry when you can fly away with me. The way you lit me up, I just can't get enough. Pull me out the dust, then you take me higher. This that love that don't expire. No, I got that undivided love, divided love. 'Cause I will risk it all, oh, 'cause you're my fireball. You won't need to grow when you can fly away with me. Don't need no drinks when I can fly with you. Don't need no green when I can fly with you. These lights are falling down on us right now, and you're still shining bright.
We are coming back just from the break here. We are about to start in map 3, Hacienda. The game mode is control. I'm very excited to see what kind of plays Dunwoody comes out with, because again, they are in that hot seat, right? They have 1 point and then they lose.
The only thing really going for Dunwoody on this map, this isn't a map Fuel Esports is really famously decent on.
Mhm.
Personally, I hate this map with every fiber of my being.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Let's see what
Hacienda
happens.
is not a very fun one, especially just because there is that whole level, that circular vertical right in the middle. That is just so annoying to traverse. You see the sort of square structure we have.
Yeah, and already on the kill feed, it is just, once again, a back and forth trade. Grenades going out, Manny gets a frag out, and a utility. Does it get anything? No, it doesn't. However, Bong managed to take up a Huda. O'Davy takes it back to spawn. Turbo takes out O'Davy, and mirroring the previous 2 games, it is just absolutely back and forth trading.
Absolutely. We can see, we're at that tie there, 22-20. And it's kind of a rough one. No objectives have been secured just yet here. We do have Dunwoody on the defense and Fuel on the attack. But you can see they're just getting wiped out by them. And Fuel is going to try to take over B. They are just about to grab it. Only a minute left on the clock. And 14 lives for Dunwoody, 18 lives for Fuel. This might be a really fast game already, especially considering that Dunwoody has the advantage with them being defending.
Double Manny once again getting those kills, racking them up.
We love to see it.
They need to. It's first to 3 too. You get one chance to attack, 1 chance as defense, and then another chance. It's the first person to reach 3 points.
We'll see if Dunwoody can keep up with those 3 points here, because we can see Fuel has a little bit of a foothold on A. They are going to try to push back the objective, actually. We can see that Dunwoody has a good hold on the center of the map and on the objective. They managed to clear out that progress there. Bonk does get taken out, unfortunately. But again, there's always those chances to respawn. Speaking of the lives we have, we're going 9 and 8. Dunwoody is still at a slight disadvantage, but being on defense, they might be able to take it back. 9 lives is not a crazy amount. That's definitely doable.
Unless you're a cat.
Unless you're a cat.
Turbo on a 5 killing spree right now, really bringing the pace for the side of Dunwoody. O'Davy holding some decent angles, and currently no one has put a foot on A. Bonk attempts the drop shot, but it doesn't work. Back to spawn takes him out, but Sus and O'Davy takes out 2. But another trade out from Sus, as well as Manny to take out another. Bahoda takes out Manny, but O'Davy takes out back to spawn. And now we're down to the final lives of each member. It is a 4-4 live count. This is it. And Fuel needs to make a play now.
We do see O'Davy immediately get taken out, but there is a trade onto Turbo. He gets tagged there. The grenade does not kill him. Bonk goes down as well, bringing it down to a 1v3, and Sus gets finished off. Unfortunately, that means
Dunwoody takes point 1.
Dunwoody takes point 1. It was a stressful game there. A lot of back and forth in the beginning, but ultimately Dunwoody managed to take that hold. I think they realized that they just really needed to play objective, right? They being on that defending side, they just needed to hold their corners right, and that managed to get the foot in the ground there.
Yeah, no, Griffin. It's the curse of Hacienda.
Absolutely.
It's just purely the curse that is it is the curse, the abomination, the monster that is Hacienda. It is just a terrible map. It's horrible. It's too colorful. It's too luxurious. And I have problems with it.
Same here. And
that trophy system was put way too far out.
Yeah. Hopefully the curse doesn't continue though. We have a side switching here, so Fuel is defending and Dunwoody is attacking here. No grounds onto the objectives just quite yet. But we do see Dunwoody is really trying to get their foot in. They do actually start taking over B, and they have a lot of oppression just on that center map, which is going to stop Fuel from being able to flank and get around properly or get any angles onto B. I think B is definitely a much easier objective to take because it's right on the side, right? There's a good amount of cover. Whereas A is just in the middle of an open court field, and there's or courtyard, and there's not a lot of space to play around.
Not really, but then when you pull off double kills like Manny does, like they're they're just the most normal thing in the world. It really helps you secure it. But now, like with Dunwoody being in the attack and Fuel being on the defense, this is where Fuel can really start to bring a point back. As you can see, 27 seconds and still not a point taken.
But we do see a little bit of progress coming in on A here. Get some tags out from O'Davy on that open balcony. He does manage to get a pick onto Bedota. And we are seeing the lives go back down to 18-16. We saw at the very start of the match, Dunwoody had a little bit of oppression over us, going like 24 and 20. But now we have that little bit of leeway. 7 seconds left on the clock. Nobody's going to try to grab the objective.
Nope.
And time will run out.
And that put the point on the board for Fuel Esports, tying it up.
You can see the little victory celebration. They realize that they need this last point, so they're trying to get their game faces on, right? They're trying to lock in, because they know that they can clear this up really fast if they just get that one extra point there.
That's all they got to do. It's also at disadvantage since they started off on attack.
Yeah.
That the defender bias is really also going to play in.
Absolutely. We'll see if that bias leads into anything here, because we are going to switch sides, meaning Dunwoody is defending, and
Fuel is attacking. Grenades do go out. Turbo gets tagged and stunned, but manages to escape with 33 points of health. O'Davy, however, gets first blood under Bahuda, followed by Sus getting another kill. Already a 2-3 live advantage. 30-27. Still not a single casualty on the side of Fuel until now.
And we can see a sort of cooperative movement here. We see Bonk is trying to capture A here. He's trying to get some vantage ground over A there. He is capturing it. Nobody's going to step onto B quite yet, but I think the main idea here is O'Davy's going to go on the flank watch here, and he's going to try to stop the enemy team from getting onto A successfully. He does get a lot of
He's securing it on his own.
He might single-handedly take the objective.
We spoke too soon.
Back to spawn does manage to take out Manny, which means that the objective is going to stay at that 3 1/4 about.
Wait a second. B points contested because that clock hasn't turned until now. Wait, now it is.
There we go.
Someone was on B point like a ninja.
And maybe that's the strategy too, right? If you have somebody hanging out around B, they're going to send all their forces onto B, but then...
It had to have been Sus. He's the Ninja Turtle.
Oh, of course, of course.
Case solved.
Pay to win.
Pay to win. That's EA.
Yeah. But we do see Sus absolutely loving that Raphael skin there.
It's a classic.
Absolutely fantastic. 30 seconds left on the clock. We're going 16-14. A is just on the cusp of being captured. We see a lot of nades, a lot of stuns going out. Turbo goes around the side of the map. He gets a beautiful double. He is clearing off B there. And it's looking rough. 20 seconds left. Fuel needs to get that last little bit, and it looks like they're almost do. It's just a little tiny bit left. Fuel needs to get some people on. They realize, hey, like, there's going to be a lot of pressure onto that A point. There's a sliver of hope literally left. 10 seconds left on the clock, going 11-9. And just like that, A is secured, bringing it back up to 1 minute, 10 seconds. Beautiful kill from O'Davy here. And he does get another kill. And it's all about capturing that last objective there, right? As long as somebody's on it, the time is not going to move. And
That's
it
all
looks
you
like
need.
it's just about to happen. Very close, and it's contested. Fuel does manage to take that B objective, which will bring them up to 2 points.
Match point. Series point.
You were saying Dunwoody was in the hot seat, but now more than ever, they are in the hottest seat.
Oh, they're not even in a seat. They're just on top of the campfire while it's on fire.
Yeah.
There's not even a chair.
Absolutely. We'll see if maybe there will be some sort of change of direction or game plan from Dunwoody here, I think they can't continue doing what they are doing because clearly they are skilled enough, but their problem is they clash with Fuel in the way that they play. So they need to figure something else out and maybe try some improvised strategies and see what sticks.
Bring out the unorthodox plays, because right now you're out of the frying pan into the napalm. You gotta think of something. They're already getting first blood is really good,
And
but double sus.
amazing double from Sus there. Bring it down to 29-28, start of the match. Fuel does have that advantage, though, because they are defending. So, oh, and we get another great pick from O'Davy.
With 9 HP and a dream to boot.
9 HP.
Bonking some decent long-range exchanges. It's just decent kills. Double Davy once again putting in the work. It's another double, and once again, it's those 2-for-1s. For every 2 kills for Fuel, it's 1 for Dunwoody. You do not want that. Dunwoody needs to mirror that and exchange that. It needs to be 2-for-1s for them.
Absolutely. That
You need
2-1
2 Fuel
trade,
for 1 Dunwoody. I'm not good at math, and somehow this is the mathing.
The math is not mathing here.
No.
We do see Dunwoody's gonna try to get some grounds in on B, but they actually get taken out. Back to spawn does get a little bit of progress, but it gets taken out, and O'Davy is going to clear that progress on that objective. Those objectives are the main thing because they extend the time, and that gives such an advantage to the attackers.
And with only 10 seconds remaining and decreasing, the time is ticking. They got to do something, but there is just not enough. They had them suppress back into their spawn, getting shredded on the limo. And Fuel Esports puts that final point on the board, making it a 3-0 sweep against Dunwoody.
Absolutely. That was some beautiful plays from Fuel here. We had a lot of doubles tonight, like usual. A lot of good use of utility and angles here. It's been a very fast game tonight.
Yeah.
But, seemingly a sweep from Fuel minus the first round.
Yeah, minus the first round, which was really, really close.
Yeah.
Fuel Esports did a really good job in closing it out and absolutely sweeping it up. It was a really good play, and Dunwoody put up a heck of a fight. I'm not gonna. I will just make that clear right now. They put up quite a fight, especially when we go to check out the maps and kind of see the point ratio. You got 250 to 239 on hardpoint, 6-2 S&D, 3-1 control. It was close at some sections, but I think what happened with Dealership and Hacienda, because of not having the lives to play around with and they couldn't be as hyper aggressive.
Yeah.
And also, again, I'm sorry to make all you hungry. Those 2-for-1s. Those 2-for-1s, those doubles that were just coming out left, right, and center from the side of field really just put the pace of the game.
Yeah, it was those double doubles that managed to take out the lives, right? They don't have that option to be super aggressive. They needed to more so play time. But again, Dunwoody did really good, right? They showed an impressive use of their skill. But
The utility usage.
that's true. That is true. We did see a lot of grenades go out today.
And like, remember, we were talking about this during the break, think between S&D to Hacienda, was how quickly it was going from 4v4s to a 2v1.
Yeah.
Just, it was an absolute bloodbath. You blinked and there was 3 casualties per
I
side.
think the main problem from Dunwoody, just like extending off of what you just said, I think the main issue was their ability to initiate fights. I think the fact that they were trying to swing in first, right, and Fuel had that advantage on the swings.
So you think mainly one of the biggest thing was that Fuel controlled most of the pace of the match?
Yeah.
It was usually they were the ones pulling strings?
Absolutely. And you can see in a lot of the fights too. Like Fuel is always getting the first trade in, which means that they will be the last man standing.
Well, then, do you know what I think we should do?
What?
I think we should get some insight as to one of the players
I think that's a
and
great
maybe
idea.
ask one of them. And maybe they can give us some insight. And maybe, are we right? Were they the ones pulling the strings?
Absolutely.
Stay tuned. Let's get an interview.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom.
vroom. I told her mom that I blow soon. Soon. Knew as a child back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my broom. Vroom. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom.
Hello, sticking with the theme of doubles tonight. We don't just got one, we got 2 interviews tonight, starting with Double Davey.
Yes, sir.
How you feeling? 3-0
Feeling
sweep?
great. Feeling great. We took care of business, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So kind of first question from me at least, walk us through like from game 1 to game 3. How were the vibes? How were the comms? Like overall, just what was the general feeling?
Vibes are great going in, you know. Had that break, that 1 week break. We all needed it. Too much grinding, you know. From game to game, first game we were a little bit worried. You know, they're
That was
a little bit.
close.
Yeah.
Very close, very close. And then after that, you know, took care of business. Manny caught, you know, 3-1, 3v1.
That was
Yeah.
maddening.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Did you guys pick Hacienda
Yes, we did.
What?
Yeah.
over Proto?
They banned Proto.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So it was
That
either
makes a lot more sense.
Vault, Aussie, you know, 6-7. So
Just consistently now.
You can't get rid of it. We can't escape it, you know?
exactly.
Were you scared at all from the Proto ban?
Oh no.
Okay.
Confident all maps, confident in the boys, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, going off of this 3-0 victory, how is it going to set you up for next week?
Oh, I think next week is playoffs. So we're feeling all-time high, peak. We're feeling good.
Feeling good? So, your next game will be your decider to go into playoffs?
Yes, I think so.
All right. Well, thank you. We're just going to go over and also analyze those abilities replays for a hot second. Checking it out because you guys played insanely. It was amazing. And honestly, like, you could agree. Like, it
Absolutely.
was a heck of a game to play.
No, it was an amazing game tonight. A lot of really good plays.
Yeah. So, Manny, how are you thinking about all these games?
Feeling great, you know. It was close first game, but after that it was pretty dominant. I think that surge kind of got the morale down, and it was easy from there.
Yeah, so walk me through, especially because, like, especially with these 2-for-1s, like, you and O'Davy are just the ones racking up the double kills like they're nothing. Is that just luck, or are you guys just, you know, trying to compete for who can get those double kills in the
You
season?
know, we're the new players. You know, we got to prove ourselves. So, you know, we got to bring our best every game. So, you know, we need those kills. You know, the kills aren't everything. We need the win first most, but
True.
we need those kills too.
But the kills are important, but both of
they're
you are just
important.
racking up 2-for-1s like they're nothing.
One's not enough. I need two.
I love that attitude.
That is an attitude to live by for sure.
Absolutely. Would you say that you guys were maybe initiating fights more? Because it was a very balanced game. Dunwoody, especially in that first round, they had a lot of momentum. It was very close, but you guys managed to persevere.
Yeah. Yeah. First game was really close. For the search, we did notice a lot that we were the ones kind of pushing the pressure onto them. They were kind of just sitting back and spawn, but like every round they were just pushing the same site. So, you know, once we got a little feel for how they were gonna play, it was pretty good from there.
Yeah, that was kind of the one big question we were talking about prior to going to grab you guys for an interview. We just kind of felt like you guys were pulling the strings a lot. You have map control, you have pace control. It just seemed that like we weren't just watching Call of Duty, we were just watching Fuel Esports control the game.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we try and do every game. You know, sometimes it happens more than others, but you know, we've been grinding, so you know, I'm
Like-
glad it paid off.
Like especially in like some of these replays there, especially like going off this final game 3, all of you just had control. There was not a single opportunity for Dunwoody to get drops on you aside from Turbo getting that double, but aside from that, you had full map control as well as location control.
Yeah, no, you know, the first round, I feel like we just weren't working together enough, but after that, it was pretty dominant. You know, we just run at them, push their spawn, and you know, they couldn't really do a whole lot after that point.
All right.
Awesome.
Do you have any final thoughts?
I don't have anything else for the rest of the stream now.
All right. Well, we're going to cut over because this ain't the only stream we got. Heading over to our upcoming events. Tune in tomorrow. We do got some League of Legends. We also got Rocket League tomorrow night. Friday, we got Overwatch. Tuesday, we got some more Rocket League. And then Wednesday, potentially some more COD. We also got some Rocket League. 6, 7, you know. But overall, thank you all so much for joining us. As per the usual, make sure to follow us on all of our socials at Fanshaw Fuel. I've been Dragon. This has been Griffin. We got We got double Davey, double Manny. Have a great night, everybody.
It was a good stream.